What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about BNB, Binance Exchange Token. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. We got a few big posts. These were just 9 minutes ago at the time of making this. By the time you're watching this video, it'll probably be like 30 minutes to an hour ago that these posts were made. But Trump pardons convicted Binance founder CZ per Wall Street Journal. He says crime is legal, so he's clearly not happy with CZ's pardon, but CZ got pardoned. Accept it. Screw it. Move on. It's okay. Pardons Binance founder CZ. Watcher Guru posted this 36 minutes ago. Not only that, but Vlad Tenev 8 minutes ago posted that Robinhood has listed BNB, right? And they listed them yesterday on the 22nd of October. Coinbase also listed BNB yesterday. And I just have a thought here that I want to put out to everybody, okay? I want to look you in the eyes and just think logically here. BNB, what is right now the top 3 crypto in the crypto space, has been moving up since June. Okay, here we are at our all-time high points right now this cycle, and 2 of the largest exchanges in crypto, 2 of them, Robinhood and Coinbase. Yes, Robinhood is one of the largest exchanges in crypto, right? And they actually get a lot of volume for crypto. A lot of first-time users in crypto actually use Robinhood instead of Coinbase, as weird as that is. But Coinbase is the second largest exchange in the space. Robinhood is one of the largest exchanges, both listing at an all-time high point whenever good news is coming out left and right. CZ's getting pardoned. Do you think that this is a perfect moment to buy, or do you think this is the part where retail FOMO's in? They buy the top and the smart money sells, right? The rest of the market, if we look at others, we look at the rest of the market, right? And this is the average crypto market right now. This is like our altcoin index. We go over the past few weeks, you know, since June, and the same time here, we're on a weekly time frame. Since April, really, of 2025, BNB's been moving up. Since April here, you know, altcoins have been moving up as well, but we're at a low point. Would it make more sense that the smart money FOMO's in at the top with retail here when all these news articles are coming out about CZ getting pardoned? Would it make sense that the smart money retail, or that the smart money FOMO's in here with retail? Or would it make sense that the smart money, which bought back here, which bought before the announcement that Trump pardoned CZ, would it make sense that the smart money is selling here while retail is FOMOing in, and buying here where retail is literally probably selling their crypto bags at the low and buying coins like BNB and other coins that are at high points? I'm making this video first off to say that, you know, congrats on CZ for getting pardoned. Congrats on Coinbase and Robinhood for listing BNB. That's a big deal, and we'll go over more stuff as to why I think that we're going to sell off as well in that. Beyond just the fact that they're listed on Coinbase, there's some things to like think logically there. But I'm making this video beyond saying that. I'm making this video because I want to explain that this is probably not a good time to buy BNB. We probably will see prices going back down below $1,000, back down to $800, $700, something like that, back testing and then continuing to grow. Now, if you buy here, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, if you buy here, regardless of what happens over the coming days and weeks, you're going to see new all-time highs. This thing is going to continue to grow. Its path, its bull market is not over. Absolutely not. It's, for the long term, it's got a lot of growth to go. We're going to see a multi-$1,000 BNB by the end of the cycle. It's possible that we're over $4,000 even by the end of the cycle. Crazy, crazy things are coming our way for BNB, okay? Absolutely. But first, probably a little bit of turbulence. You know, in my experience doing technical analysis, and I've been doing this for 10 years, you typically do go just above the 1414 and then come back down. And when you do that, you find support at one of 3 areas, okay? 1, the 1272, which I doubt upholds. 2, the 100 to 886 area, or 3, the 886 to the 786 area. That's anything from as low as $523 to $700 at the very least, right? Sometimes you find support above the 100. Sometimes you find support here, and we could have reasons for that, right? Prior resistance here. It's very possible that we could do that. But I really wouldn't be surprised, as crazy as it might sound, from a high to a low, we could see a more than 50% drop overall for BNB. We could see something as big as a 60% drop for BNB, and that would put us all the way down to $523. If this is your first bull market, this might seem odd to you, but cryptos do see that kind of drop in their bull market finale phases as well, or even in the midst of their bull market, right? Here, we saw new all-time highs. We saw spectacular growth in a very short amount of time from December until June. And still, even without the COVID crash, because I'm not going to include that in the analysis, that's kind of like fudging the numbers a little bit. Even without the COVID crash, we still dropped 70%. And you still grew. You still saw higher prices, right? It still happens. Even here in your first bull market, whenever you're reaching to new all-time highs, you've got fantastic growth to go. You still saw an 82% shakeout, okay? This happens. You think it can't happen, it happens. Trust me, it happens. If you think it can't happen, it happens. It happens to them all, especially in the midst of a bull market. I do believe that BNB has a lot more growth to go, but this is not the video for that. This is the video to talk about it going down, and I want to tie together why I think listing on Coinbase specifically probably will lead to a sell-off, right? BNB, or CZ, I should say, CZ and Brian Armstrong, you guys remember, they were going at it. They were button heads a couple weeks ago. There were people from Base ecosystem were talking about how unfair listing practices are on BNB, how you have to pay to play on BNB, and then people from Coinbase are trying to compare BNB to Coinbase, right? CZ was hinting that BNB would be listed on Coinbase like 3 weeks ago in the midst of this feud, right? CZ and Brian, they probably worked out a deal, but I highly doubt that BNB, the top competitor to Coinbase in the crypto space, I highly doubt that they listed the BNB coin for free. They probably got paid to list it. They probably had tokens allocated to them. So if you were one of the top exchanges, probably the same thing with Robinhood too. If you were one of 2 top exchanges in the crypto space, getting tokens listed to you, and as soon as you list, you're at a high point, what do you think you're going to do? They're going to sell. These exchanges are no longer acquiring BNB. They're getting ready to sell. And I bet the announcement that Robinhood and Coinbase would list BNB, I bet that was all known about back here in June or back here in April. I bet we knew about that I bet people knew about that way long ago. They've been keeping it under wraps, and now it's out. Do you think these people, do you think that they're going to buy more? The people who bought down here who knew about this forthcoming, do you think that they're going to buy more here, or are they going to sell and then buy coins that are at a discount, right? Use your brain. Use your brain. It's very obvious. And with the competitiveness between BNB or Binance and Coinbase, my thoughts would be that either Binance paid to get listed on Coinbase, which heavily incentivizes selling pressure here, and Robinhood, heavily incentivizes selling pressure here, or if I'm wrong, then the only way I'd be wrong is that they made some kind of deal where Binance will soon be listing Base protocol tokens as well for free. You know, something like that. Maybe they did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I would bet that there's some payments going on, in other words. All right, let's do the TA. Let's stop talking so much. 1 hour's gone by since the announcement of CZ's pardonship, being pardoned, whatever you want to call it. And we've seen a lot of growth, which is nice to see. I actually want to look at BNB here on Binance. Let's do this. Okay, a lot of growth, good volume to back it up. We love to see it here. I'm actually going to go on the USDT pair because it's got more volume even, right? Yeah, look at that, even way more volume there. Moving up, you had a bit of a fake out. I think here you're going to find some turbulence. You'll probably return back to prices that are below this high, but not below this low, and then you'll find support and you'll move higher. That would be my expectation, okay? So here we are looking at this. I mean, bouncing off the 50 is nice, but you do have bearish divergence, right? 4 minutes left. You probably do, again, you come below this high. Not a financial advisor, but I would bet that as soon as the price is below here, that's the area that the smart money is going to be buying. $1,116, right? $1,117 essentially. You get below there, that's a good area to buy. I doubt we go below $1,000 right now. We're probably going to continue to move up. Inevitably, we are going to move down, all right? But bouncing off the oversold zone's nice. MACD is looking bullish as well. The RSI looks bullish, overall productive. I think that we have more to go. Absolutely, I do. If we're looking at this on the 4-hour time frame, the RSI agrees with more to go. So do the stochastics, and so does the MACD. We likely have more growth. But again, I think we are closer to a selling off, a tipping point, than we are to a point of breaking out and seeing new all-time highs. My expectation here would be that this overall move from the bullishness of being listed on Coinbase and Robinhood and CZ getting pardoned, all this will amount to something that takes us to about $1,200 to $1,253, $1,227 to $1,250, something here. Nothing crazy. This is what's going to happen. We're going to move up, and then from there, lower high, then we move down. If I'm wrong, the wrongest that I'd be is that we go to about a $1,330 price, something like this. We put in a lower high, and then we move down. I highly doubt that we go anywhere from a higher high from here before retracing any significant amount, right? We're going to retrace a little bit before we move higher. And if we're looking at this here, what would be the most appropriate area to measure? I really do think, let's just go from, I want to take this high to low. Let's just take this high to low real quick from here to get an accurate representation, at least relatively speaking. I really do think that we'll see prices below $800 again. How low do we go? I don't know. You saw we could go as low as $523. There's targets for that make sense. I think that we probably find support around $793 to $720 if I had to really guess. Something in that area there. That's where BNB is going to go. That's what it's destined to do over the weeks to come. Don't say I didn't warn you. And then whenever that happens, then we'll sing Kumbaya and we'll start to rally again and everything's going to be great. Until then, I would stay the hell away. And let's pretend that I'm wrong. Let's pretend that I'm wrong because I know it's never happened before, but I've been wrong before. I can be wrong again. I've been right before, I'll be right again. Let's pretend I'm wrong. Let's pretend BNB is on a path higher. Okay. Where's it going to go to? Are we going to go to our golden ratio and stop there? No. We're going to go higher than that? Okay. Let's go higher than that. We go to the golden ratio, that's cool, but let's say we go higher. Let's say we go to the next area and we even go to the top area here. That's a 132% pump. That's fantastic. Does that happen by the end of this month or by the end of this next month? No, probably not. By the end of the year, maybe. Into next year, probably. Right? But that's fantastic. Let's say this is what's coming your way. 132% pump, maybe, right? You're breaking through the golden ratio. You're not stopping here, which would be a 40% pump. You're going all the way up here to your next target. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But 130%. Now let's compare it to the others chart. What's the average altcoin going to do? We take last cycle high to the last cycle low just to get to your minimum target, the 1272, which is a probabilistic outcome for all altcoins. This is the altcoin index. So any altcoin in the top 150 besides BNB, you put your money in there, and on average, you're likely to get something on the lines of a 240% return minimum by the end of the year. Minimum by the end of the year. You're going to get this at a low level by the end of the year. BNB at a absurdly optimistic maximum by the end of the year. Could you see this? And it's half the growth. 130% versus 240%. It's literally half the growth. And that's the minimum versus an absurd maximum, right? The likely maximum by the end of this year I would be probably here, and that's 40%. You see what I'm saying? There's other opportunities. You know it, I know it, the big dogs know it. The retail, the dumb money, they don't know it. Don't be part of the pack, okay? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but do not be buying here. Do not get caught up in all the BNB bullishness on X that you're going to see today, okay? Don't get caught up in it. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, sorry, CZ, but I'm just saying the truth, man. I think that you're he doesn't care, man. He's probably not watching this video anyways, but if you are CZ, just first off, congratulations on being pardoned. That's good. Good job. And then also congratulations on a very successful project here, which is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. He knows it's at a high point. He knows that it's coming down. They all know it's coming down, man. I guarantee you that CZ and his boys, they're not buying this right now. They're looking for coins that are on the cheap right now. That's probably what they're doing, right? So, again, I would just stay away. Stay away. Wait for it to come down. Probably comes down below $800. As crazy as that sounds, it's really not that crazy. And then from there, we can flip bullish again, okay? Until then, ta-ta. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.